Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of What If Goku Was Sent to Yardrat. If you haven't already, then be sure to watch part 1 first. And if you wanna see more, let's get this video to 3,000 likes. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's begin with the story.
Master Soba lives at the tallest peak of the planet. He is quite different than most of us, as he has honed his skills far beyond any. Once, long ago, he was the protector of Yardrat, but his violent nature turned him into an outcast.
Kakarot, whose adoptive name of planet Yardrat is Shira, has returned from a long adventure on planet Namek. Now Pibara, his master and father figure, tasks him with finding Master Soba and furthering his abilities. Hatsuka, his best friend, appears terrified at the sound of Soba's name. He was legendary, but also notoriously dangerous. Goku, on the other hand, didn't mind a challenge. He had been on a mystical adventure for all 7 Dragon Balls and realized just how many strong people out there there can be. He needs to grow, so he can challenge Nail again, but above that, to go out into space once more. However, this time, he wouldn't be afraid of anything. He still had so much to discover about the Saiyans. He had first come to encounter them when he accidentally teleported to a ship full of dark energy and only heard whispers of the word Saiyan. Hatsuka didn't want to accompany Goku, but Pibara insisted that they venture together and learn along the way. Hatsuka had previously been one of Goku's only friends and one of the few that didn't mind his constant yearning for battle. Even so, Master Soba was beyond anything he was willing to put up with. Goku and Hatsuka fly up the mountain until being met with some kind of strange power that forces them down. It was not dissimilar to how the Kami of Earth can detect and prevent planes from coming close to the lookout. Goku and his friend landed down and continued on foot until finally arriving at the mouth of a large cave with something inside of it. Goku looked around as Hatsuka yelled out for him to come back and be careful. Goku focused. The air was thin and still. It was peaceful but scary. Suddenly, his eyes jolted open as he jumped up to protect Hatsuka from something swimming in the fog by their feet. The creature sliced across Goku's back, cutting through the Namekian tree symbol. Goku spun on his heel to face the assailant. His cackle echoed in the cave, as it seemed he had attacked from every angle. Goku had cuts all over him, but he kept his friend from harm. Tired of trying to reason with what seemed to be a mindless creature, Goku exploded his aura, pushing back the fog and the creature. Goku pulled back his arm, ready to fire a powerful ki blast, but a different blast came flying in right in front. Goku dodged it just in time as a hooded figure descended down.
No blast, just your physical strength.
I'm not playing your game here. I'm looking for...
I know you are, and unless you can defeat Yaki, you don't stand a chance with Soba's training.
Goku cursed under his breath, realizing there was no arguing. The creature's speed was incredible, as it launched itself at Goku, once again cutting him. This time, however, Goku grabbed Yaki's tail as he swung across. Goku slammed him down, and though it hurt Yaki, it also pushed himself across the field, taking Goku with him and slamming him against the wall. But Goku wouldn't let go, pressing his heels firmly on the ground to stop Yaki from getting away. The creature kept on trying to speed off, realizing that Goku would not let go. He was just too strong, but he had to keep trying. No way this kid could win. Yaki pushed himself with all his might, but that's what Goku was waiting for, letting go, causing all the momentum Yaki had to send him launching into the other wall and through it, ending up knocked out against the tree outside. Goku sighed in relief, tying some of his Yardrat wrappings around his cuts as the hooded figure stepped towards him. Hatsuka yelled at Goku to watch his back, as it was now his turn to reluctantly defend Goku. Hatsuka got in a battle stance in front of his friend.
Save your strength. He's okay. In fact, I'm impressed he's not dead. Who are you? Why have you brought a Saiyan to my home?
We were sent here by Pibara. He said you could help Shira control his power and get even stronger. Soba looked at the Saiyan kid up and down. Despite being gravely injured, he remained up and ready to fight. It was impressive. Even so, Soba refused to let him train. He didn't do that anymore, not even for his old friend, Pibara. But Goku cursed. This was his chance to get stronger and learn to control that power. He wasn't going to give up. He told Hatsuka that he could leave if he wanted, but Goku would not return home until he trained with Soba. Hatsuka called Goku crazy and told him he wouldn't leave him there. there. What he didn't expect was Goku to really remain there for days upon days, with Soba not saying a word to them. Goku still worked hard daily to continue his training, even without Pibara. Goku, Hatsuka, and Yaki all fought and trained together. Yaki, though he scared the kids at first, actually started to like them, even if he told Goku he'd never let him beat him again. Although the Yardrat wanted him gone, he had admired the tenacity, but his form was all wrong. One night, as the kids slept, Yaki approached his master.
Master Soba, that kid has improved already in the time he's been here. His strength is unbelievable, as if it had been awakened.
I've made up my mind, Yaki. Enough. You rest.
Sir.
But Yaki's words remained in his mind. He was very much interested in the Saiyan's power. One day, as Goku practiced his beams, Soba sighed and telepathically told Goku that he needed to straighten his back. Goku listens, not sure where that voice came from. That one action was enough to kickstart more coaching, which turned into training for the two boys over time. Before he knew it, Soba was finally their master. None of them actually acknowledged it officially. That would have just angered him. His training was brutally difficult. But Soba began to like the kids, even if they did get on his nerves. Saiyans were known to be terrifying creatures, but this kid was everything but that. He wanted to get stronger and fight powerful beings, sure, but not hurt or conquer. Perhaps there was hope still for that race and their planet. With Soba's help, Goku learned to get stronger and really control his ki. His instant transmission nearly perfected, Hatsuka left the training a year and a half in, as he had gotten what he wanted, but Goku remained. Soba continued to train him in martial arts as the single strongest Yardrat. This is exactly what Goku wished. No, yearned for. Under Soba's guidance, Goku traveled through planet Yardrat, meeting various tribes of his brothers, some of which took some time to convince he was okay with. Being with Soba helped, as he was heralded as a wise sage, even if he terrified a lot of them. In fact, Soba had been a rival warlord to some of them. Alongside Goku, they rebuilt some of the strained relationships between the tribes. Goku went on to quest for a powerful Yardrat, finally making him happy and allowing Goku and Soba to pass along. One particular group lived in a floating island, unlike anything Goku had ever seen. It linked together with wildlife, sharing a bond with them. Goku couldn't exactly do the same, but his appreciation for animals helped him tame one of these whale-like creatures, just one of his many adventures. This was not unlike the harvesting he did on Namek. Goku realized that the flora and fauna of every part of the universe was important, living and breathing. However, no amount of training could have prepared him for the threat that was about to show its face. Soba had developed his own style of martial arts, specifically focused on using hand-to-hand combat. Soba didn't speak about his past very much, but there were hints that Hatsuka picked up on, and sometimes even Shira. Things such as saying,
Back when I lived with them.
or the fact that he never relied on Ki Blast, except for the one time he tried to stop Goku from firing his own. To Hatsuka, it seemed as if Soba had cut himself off from the rest of Yardrat society. Goku had approached Hatsuka about him one night, and Hatsuka revealed that he didn't know much about the master prior to this, only that the elders always say to stay clear of this place, and that he was powerful and terrifying. Goku had grown to respect his master's privacy, much like he had grown physically too. Goku now towered over Hatsuka and Yaki, although they called him a pipsqueak when he first arrived. Surely, many Yardrats would only recognize him by his key signature now, but to Soba, he remained a child with a lot to learn. Goku rested in a hut in the neighboring Yardrat village, with Soba meditating by Yaki. Suddenly, out of nowhere, screaming was heard. Soba quickly jolted up and swung open the curtain of the hut, revealing an intense fury of explosions. As Yardrats ran back and forth, the chief of the tribe stopped in front of Soba, yelling at him that his little friend brought them death and destruction. Soba eagerly defended Yaki, before being cut off.
I'm not talking about that pet of yours. You're Saiyan. His people have come looking for him.
Soba was left speechless as the chief continued to yell at him to get Goku out of there and give him to them. Otherwise, lives will be lost. Inside the hut, Goku heard it all. Without speaking a single word, he knew what he had to do. Soba wouldn't let him do it alone, but if they were really there for him, then... Goku blasted out of the hut, with Soba reaching out to try and stop him. Soba grabbed Yaki and placed 2 fingers on his forehead, teleporting in front of Goku.
Stop! You have to think this through.
They're going to kill everyone!
And they'll kill you too.
No, I can do this, Master. This is my time to prove it to you and everyone else that this is my home too. Sense their ki. I can do it.
The determination, the fire in Goku's eyes made Soba let go for a second, as Goku placed 2 fingers on his forehead and disappeared. Soba sighed. He hoped that he had done the right thing. In the central Yardrat city, Vegeta sat on top of his pod while he watched Nappa, Raditz, and the Cybermen attack the Yardrians. Cybermen spread through the city as Hatsuka tried to take them down, defeating 1 or 2 of them but can't keep up. Even so, they are surprised by this power. Most Yardrians tried to talk. They are a race of peaceful beings. They did not want to fight. But as the city's fire began to spread through the forest, they realized there was no other option but to escape. But before they could, Nappa laughed, lifting 2 fingers up. The terrified Yardrians took a step back, not realizing that the whole area would be decimated in moments. But just as he began generating the explosion, Vegeta yelled out,
Nappa, stop! Huh? What is it, Vegeta?
He was interrupted by the sound of teleportation, as before the 3 Saiyans stood one more. Goku's hair moved along with the wind, as did his tail, confirming that yes, this was who they were after. Raditz perked up. He was the spitting image of his father.
Shira!
Enough. I know you're here for me. Leave the rest alone.
Huh, a coward, huh? I thought you'd put up more of a fight than that. But I shouldn't be surprised. You're the brother of Raditz after all.
A cold ran down Goku's spine. Brother. The Yardrat stayed quiet as Raditz took steps forward.
Kakarot, is that really you?
My name's Shira, and this is my home, and none of you are welcomed here.
No doubt about it. You don't remember us, do ya?
You look familiar. Wait, I remember your hair. I saw you when I went to that ship. Why'd you come after me? Raditz explained that Lord Frieza had requested them to find him and see if there are any other Saiyan survivors on Yardrat, and if so, to bring them over and make them his soldiers. Vegeta motions to Raditz to take care of his brother, while the long-haired Saiyan proclaims that this planet should be in ruins by now. Surely he hadn't forgotten his mission, had he? Goku was confused as Raditz revealed that Goku had been sent there to destroy that planet. Goku looked down at the ground. His suspicions were right after all then, but Pibara spoke up.
Shira, do not listen to them. It doesn't matter what you were sent for. You survived your planet's demise and became one of us.
Raditz laughs. He doesn't have time to hear this. He's just gonna knock him out and take him. But Raditz's attack never connects. Even though a clean punch was thrown at Goku, he was able to move to the side and simply slam Raditz down. Raditz quickly got up, trying to hit Goku in the jaw with his head, but Goku dodged it just as easily, instead hitting Raditz in the back with his fist and sending him into rubble. Nappa was surprised. That other Yardrat they were fighting seemed to be on par, if not a little weaker than Raditz. Surely Kakarot couldn't be that much stronger. Raditz tried to get up, but Nappa told him to just lay down and let the Cybermen handle this. They can never count on a low-class trash like that. Goku was bothered. Why were they talking to their own teammate like this? Nappa orders his Cybermen to kill Kakarot and prove just how useless Raditz is. But just like before, Goku quickly begins to take them out one by one. Hatsuka helped as much as he could, although he was already hurt. He wanted to support his friend. Raditz, his head down in shame, realizes something is wrong. His scouter read Kakarot's power level as weaker than his own, but when he attacked, for a split second it burned up. From behind, Raditz felt someone land, but they paid no attention to him. It was Soba and Yaki, watching on proudly as their student defended their planet. One Cyberman jumps to kill Goku with an explosion, which actually hurts Goku, but doesn't take him out. The rest of the Cybermen look in shock. That was their ultimate move, a desperation tactic. If that didn't take him down, then none of them could. They look at Nappa for guidance, unsure if to keep fighting, but in retaliation, Vegeta shoots a beam that kills one of them. Goku can't believe that Vegeta would simply kill one of his own, jumping in to protect the rest from attacks. The Cybermen are surprised and confused, but aware enough that they should run, quickly spreading into the wilderness and disappearing.
Look at you. What an honorable warrior. You make me sick. Your bleeding heart stunt won't fool anyone here.
Clearly, you don't see life as precious. It doesn't matter to me if they are just your lackeys. I can sense their ki, I can feel them alive, and I won't have you hurt them. Nappa calls them traitors as he jumps down with a loud boom. Raditz struggles to stand up as he says,
His power level, it quickly fluctuates. Don't underestimate him, Nappa.
Vegeta turns to say,
I have no use for a Saiyan who can't move. Either die or shut up, Raditz.
Nappa laughs as he checks the scouter once more just in case, and seeing that indeed Goku's resting power was 1000. But as he moved to look at Raditz and yell at him, he also read Soba's power, to which the scouter instantly exploded on his face. Nappa Nappa sped at the ground. Yeah, that thing had to be broken. Nobody on this planet was strong enough to defeat them. The battle against Nappa is much harder fought, but Goku clearly still has the upper hand. The brute can't help but attack mindlessly. Goku does get caught in a move where Nappa attempts to take his hand completely off, and though it doesn't work, it does nearly break that arm. Goku responds by simply slamming his other elbow into Nappa, causing him to spit out blood. Nappa begins to get desperate, his moves even wilder than before. In an attempt to gain an edge, Nappa gets an idea. From the spectating Yardrans, Nappa focused on Pibara, rushing down to hold him hostage. Nappa grabs him and points his keyboard at him, threatening to kill him if he doesn't come with them. Pibara tells Goku not to worry and just attack. Goku doesn't hesitate and does as told, appearing before Nappa with his instant transmission and slamming him in the face, as Pibara uses his size manipulation to become tiny and slip right from under Nappa's grasp. As Goku brings Nappa down with a broken nose, he yells at his Yardrat brethren to escape. I don't care if you're Saiyans, I don't care if he's my brother. The Yardrat people are my family now. As he says this, a huge number of Yardrats behind him teleport away to another part of the planet, leaving the desolated wasteland to their battle. Soba and Yaki watch on proudly. Meanwhile, Pibara gets asked by one of them if they can count on Goku. Pibara says yes. Goku and Vegeta stare each other down and quickly burst into battle, each punch causing shockwaves through the landscape. Vegeta realizes that he's not going to just win like that. Goku may be able to teleport, but Vegeta is fast. As Goku tried to focus to teleport in front of Vegeta, Vegeta already appeared in front of him and slammed his fist against his chest, grabbing his head and slamming his knee against his face. Vegeta was a savage warrior, and the two looked at each other while Goku wiped some blood off his nose. I'll give you one last chance to get out of my planet.
You don't get it, do you, Kakarot? This isn't about you anymore. I'm taking you and this entire world with me. I don't care how a low-class Saiyan like you got this strong, but I know whatever this planet's secret is, I'll be able to harness it and make it my own power.
Yardrat is special, but its secrets aren't for some nobody to take. Even if I'm a low-class Saiyan, I'll show you that to me, being a Yardrat means a lot more than that. The battle continued for a little while longer, but from the sidelines, Soba crossed his arms. It was clear to him that Goku was being sloppy. He should be able to beat Vegeta, but no doubt the revelations of his brother and the Saiyan people had him in a complex mental state. Couldn't focus. He needed to do something, but as Soba was about to tell Goku this telepathically, Vegeta did the unthinkable. He yells at Nappa and Raditz to prepare as he launches an artificial moon. Vegeta says that he doesn't mind bringing the whole planet down if it means defeating Kakarot. Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz begin to twist and shake as their bodies morph into a hulking beast. So did Goku. Vegeta had this planned. He would help them destroy their planet too. Neither Raditz nor Goku could control the Ozaru power, but that didn't matter. Soba couldn't believe what he saw. The destruction in their path. If he didn't act quickly, then surely this planet would be destroyed. From far away, Pibara wonders what he's about to do as Hatsuka tries to reason with Goku, but Ozaru Raditz punches down, forcing him away. Ozaru Vegeta simply stands back and laughs as the other ones do the dirty work for him. The forest is on fire. The city's being destroyed. Yaki finally yelled at Soba to do something. Master Soba snapped out of it, appearing in front of Goku and Raditz, charging up his ki as he dodges and weaves between their punches, forcing them to punch each other in the face at one point. That was the chance Soba needed, as he puts his arms in front of him, about to release a powerful ki blast. But Hatsuka yells a solemn no. He can't kill Goku, as the blast is fired and the blinding light consumes the two Ozaru brothers. Pibara senses the Ozaru disappear as Hatsuka cries out. Even Vegeta Ozaru laughs. What an idiot. Hatsuka and Yaki ran over to Soba, asking him what he'd done. All he needed to do was destroy their tail. He didn't need to kill them. Soba shoves them away, telling them that he's not an idiot. Shira isn't dead. Hatsuka turned to look at the rubble. Goku and Raditz had landed on top of each other, but Goku wasn't dead. His tail was vaporized, however, as he had shrunk into a regular size. As Soba holds off Vegeta and Nappa by dodging their attacks, Hatsuka and Yaki wake up Goku, who looks up to see the terrible monsters. They were the same monsters from his dreams and his meditation on Namek. He had to fight them. That darkness within him. Before he could get back up, Hatsuka did what he could to heal Goku, but there was no time to get him back to full health. The other Ozaru were coming in fast. Goku thanked Hatsuka. He was only at 41%, but he'd have to work with that. Soba says that it is time to end things, lifting his arm up to the sky while energy is poured into a single ball of ki, but the process is interrupted by a different ki ball hitting the ground in front of him. The master turns to look at who shot it. It was Goku himself. No help. My own raw strength. This is my battle. Soba knew that there was no arguing with Goku, stepping away as Vegeta and Nappa laughed. The battle began, and Goku could not keep up with the two monsters. Hatsuka and Yaki begged Soba to step in and do something, but Soba knows Goku has to do this alone, but telepathically does give him a hand.
If you must fight them alone, then remember what I've taught you. Remember what your home is.
Goku took a deep sigh as both Ozaru rushed at him, shaking the ground. This whole time, I've fought as a Saiyan. Now more than ever, to defend my home, I have to fight as a Yardrat too. I have to remember that. While both Ozaru jumped in at him, Goku turned with a scowl, growing in size and catching both fists at the same time. Vegeta was completely shocked. He didn't realize the Yardrats had this kind of technique, as Goku pushed them both back. It took him a while to learn, but his giant form was finally paying off. Despite Nappa and Vegeta being allies, they made for a pretty bad team. Goku decided to focus on Nappa first, as he avoided Vegeta as much as he could. The massive Saiyan warrior's raw power was overwhelming, but every punch he threw seemed to shake the very foundation of the planet. Goku had to tap into all his strength and experience to keep up with these colossal adversaries. Despite Goku's speed and versatility, Nappa's sheer size and strength made it difficult for him to land any significant blows. Each time Goku attempted to get close, Nappa's massive fist would come crashing down, forcing Goku to dodge and evade. His defenses seemed impenetrable. Goku's mind raced as he searched for a way to gain the upper hand. He knew he couldn't match Nappa's power in brute force, so he focused on instead outmaneuvering him. The ground trembled as Goku evaded another devastating punch. He needed to act quickly, gathering energy and deciding to surprise Nappa. He rushed in at him in his giant form, but right before reaching him, he shrunk again, avoiding a strike from his palm right between his fingers, putting his full force into a single punch square on the Ozaru's forehead, sending him into Vegeta completely knocked out. Vegeta kicked Nappa out of the way. The dust settled as Nappa landed, and Goku stood tall, panting from the exertion, but the battle was far from over. Vegeta remained. Goku turned his attention to the prince, who now wore a menacing grin on that Ozaru mug. With a deep breath and renewed determination, Goku braced himself for the next epic showdown. Goku then rushed in at Vegeta, but Vegeta wasn't about to let the same thing happen to him. Goku smirks as suddenly a dozen Gokus appear in front of him and on Vegeta, completely obstructing his view as he tries to rip the various Gokus off his face. Goku teleports behind Vegeta, coming in, spinning and smashing his face against the ground.
How is he doing that? I've never seen anyone use moves in that way.
That kid, he's amazing. He has the powers of a Yardrat, but he thinks like a Saiyan. It's the ultimate combination.
Goku's Yardrat training allows him to predict Vegeta's moves and avoid them effectively, but every time Vegeta did land a hit, it knocked years out of Goku's life. With the Yardrat's speed and the Saiyan's ferocity, Goku gains the upper hand. He evades Vegeta's powerful attacks and lands his own devastating blows. The two warriors seemed evenly matched, but Goku's relentless determination and the experience he gained during his training shined through. Master Soba, Hatsuka, and Yaki watched in amazement as Goku demonstrates the combinations of the 2 years of training, but Vegeta knew this battle was not going his way. The prince had to get under Kakarot's skin to truly hurt him. The monster sprung to a mountainside, picking up part of it. Without a second thought, Vegeta launched it and chucked it at a nearby village, where the Yardrats were watching and sensing the battle. Goku grows in size to catch the spinning boulder, but hears Vegeta's voice far too late to move out of the way of the next attack.
I have lost and I have won, Kakarot. But when I lose, the other person loses an eye.
Goku can't avoid it, as Ozaru Vegeta jumps in behind the rock, firing a mouth beam that not only destroys the rock, but slices across Goku's face, blood splattering over the field as he loses sight from that eye. The sky crackles with energy, and the very ground trembles beneath them. Vegeta is now confident that he can easily defeat the Saiyan warrior with a single attack. Goku, however, knows that he must go all out to defeat this formidable foe, right here, right now. He takes a deep breath, remembering his masters, Pibara, the Grand Elder Guru, Soba, even Yaki, Hatsuka, and Nail. They had all taught him so much. It was time to pay them back. He channels all of his energy into his palm, forming a massive shimmering blue key ball that crackles with power. Goku, cheeky as always, names it the Ozaru Breaker, determined to end this battle once and for all. Goku pushes himself forward, shrinking down like he did against Nappa before, but Vegeta once again said that wasn't going to work. Even so, to his surprise, although Goku has shrunken down, the key ball was still huge. Vegeta smirks arrogantly, thinking that one key ball wouldn't be enough to stop him. He opens his massive mouth and charges a powerful mouth beam, intending to obliterate Goku with that blast. But just as Vegeta prepares to launch it, something unexpected happens. Goku's body shimmers and splits into dozens of clones, each one charging an Ozaru breaker of their own. Vegeta's eyes widen in shock as he finds himself staring at what seems like hundreds of ki balls coming his way. The chorus of voices echo in Vegeta's mind as the Goku clones shout in unison, "Ozaru breaker!" Vegeta fires the mouth beam as the attacks clash in an explosion of light and energy. Vegeta struggles to hold his ground, but the sheer force of Goku's ki ball and his massive amounts of clones overwhelm him. Despite the odds, Goku and his clones push forward with unwavering determination. With that final surge of power, Goku's main body leaps forward and slams the Ozaru breaker against Vegeta's chest. The impact is immense, and the blinding explosion engulfs the battlefield. As the smoke clears, Vegeta's Ozaru form begins to shrink, reverting back to his regular state, his tail vaporized. Defeated, the Yardrat tribe cheers in jubilation as Goku stands tall, panting but victorious. The Ozaru breaker has proven to be more than just a powerful attack, a symbol of Goku's growth and determination to protect his home and friends. Nappa could barely stand to yell Vegeta's name. The prince held onto his arm, yelling back at Nappa to get him to his ship. Raditz couldn't stand anymore. He was left on the ground. Master Soba approaches Goku, contemplating the fate of the defeated Saiyans. He asks Goku if they should be kept alive, given their previous intent to destroy the planet. Goku noticed a surprised reaction from those watching. What did Pibara think when he heard Soba suggest that? For Pibara, it was the first time he had ever heard Soba suggest such a thing. Was Shira having an impact on him too? The master he knew would have simply killed them and ostracized himself from Yardrat society once more. Goku pauses for a moment, looking at the fallen Saiyans with a mix of empathy and determination. These Saiyans are my responsibility now. I won't let them continue down the path of destruction. Let them live. I'll offer them a chance to change, to find a new purpose. They'll pay their dues to the planet. They'll rebuild. I still have so much to ask them. Vegeta was insulted by this, mustering his energy to stand and walk to his ship. But Soba appeared and grabbed onto Vegeta's arm before he could enter the pod. Goku shook his head, telling him to let them go. If they wanted to leave, then let them leave. He would find them.
Be glad that Shira spared your life. If it were up to me, you'd become part of the same soil you sought to destroy.
This isn't the last time I'll see you, Kakarot, and next time, things will be different.
Wait, you're leaving Raditz?
Like I said, I've no purpose for a Saiyan who can't move. He's your brother, your burden.
You're despicable, but I've got one more question for you. You mentioned a name, Frieza. You work for him, don't you? Well, tell him his reign is over, because I'm going to end it. I'll find him, wherever he is in the galaxy.
Tell him yourself then.
The pod door closes, and both Vegeta and Nappa shoot up into space.
I hope you've made the right choice. You may have just made a powerful enemy.
Goku didn't answer, instead turning to his brother. And as for you, Raditz, I'll take care of you until you can move again. Once you're well though, I expect you to leave this planet and never come back. Raditz was taken aback by Goku's unexpected mercy as he just nods. He didn't expect his long-lost brother to both defeat him and save him in one day. The Yardrats celebrated as Raditz heals in an isolated hut. Goku thanks everyone for believing in him, but he explains that he must leave now.
But why?
I have a feeling I just put a target on my back, but they want just me. If I'm not here, then all of you are gonna be safe, especially with Master Soba. I'm going out there, into the galaxy. There's so many planets out there that have fallen to that Frieza guy, just like ours could have, and they need help. I'll be back, I promise. I could never stay too far away from this place anyways. My home, alongside planet Namek, taught me how lucky I am to be in a universe so full of life. Animals, plants, people, even things such as water, air, the many stars, and even the moon. We are all part of something greater than ourselves, something worth protecting, and I'm going to make sure that it is protected. Thank you guys for watching part 2 of What If Goku Was Sent to Yardrat. This story has been going pretty well, it's been really fun to do. Soba has been a really fun character to write, so I hope you guys are looking forward to more. If you would like to see a part 3, then let's try to get this video to 3,000 likes. And if you're thirsty for more Dragon Ball stuff, then I have a whole 2 hours full of Dragon Ball facts and trivia in my 2 Dragon Ball icebergs. As always, thank you to the patrons of the channel: Lost Saiyan 997, Orange Crimsicle, Sunbloom the Flower Gen, Chris Macareno, Rhino, Yo Mama 420, Mao Lick, Dad D, Cyber Samurai, Beastie Man 420, Faisal Ashraf, Akko, Zanos, D-Man for Life, Marlon Gonzalez, Blaze 9526, Crazed, PlayStation CK, Free Flow Highway, Shane Ke, True Lightning Striker, Ghost 1571, Kaiser Jirachi, Trench Rules, D-Man Plays 22, Jim G, Jerome Foster, Salil Parnjape, Keith Grimes, and the real Samuel Randall. As always, thank you for supporting the channel. If you wanna watch videos early, get access to Patreon exclusive audio dramas, and stuff like that, then consider becoming a Patreon. It's the best way to support me. Anyways guys, until we meet again. See ya!